I think the 400s in general are stronger now than they were in the first edition. That's normal. Your average 400, your average 1000, they're going to be stronger than 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5. No doubt. We can handle them, though. Habits. It's eternal. Always useful. Here we go. Okay. E4. Let's get E5 in. Wow, my first game as a 500. Boy, does it feel good. Guys, there's new horizons. I can see the future is bright for habits and all the things ahead. Just get these knights out and, well, I'm looking forward to cut the tape on that one. Just redo. Cut. Redo that one. We're still at 500. We could just take that again and just do the whole looking towards the future thing once more. We're at 500, so we could just redo that, no problem. Just a little take two on that. All right. What the fuck just happened to us? 500s don't play around. I was cruising through the 400s. What are these guys? Okay, so hang on a sec. E4, E5, done. Queen H5, hitting the pawn here. I mean, the knight move is forced, right? I mean, habits. We got to defend this. There's no way we can do that. So, boom, needed. Then our opponent hits us with this. And so, if that pawn is hit, I mean, when you get done that dirty, checkmate in 4 moves, you can't let it happen again. It's a fool me once kind of thing. There's no way. So if they're hitting us where it hurts, right here, and we clearly want to get our knight out, but we just can't right away, as we just learned, then we need to move here. And we probably need a move that's not that common in habits. This is a very unique situation here. Queen and bishop. Now, obviously I could bring my queen out, but that doesn't feel very habitsy. I don't like that. That feels like a bad habit. So probably the best recommendation, knight out to defend the pawn, because we absolutely never want to hang this. And then apart from that, if we're faced with this, the only way to defend this that I can see that doesn't involve the queen and never want to put a knight out there is G6. So this is a must-do. Now our opponent is probably going to reinvent this threat. What can we do here? I mean, at this point we kind of have to go again. Right? Now we can get our knight moves as usual. But man, this is crucial. I think everybody in their chess journey not only has that happen to them once, but hopefully doesn't ever have it happen to them again. Scholars mate, that's a bad feeling, but it should turn into a good feeling because you'll soon realize it's not that good if you know how to handle it. So G6, knight F6, make sure we cover this. Now, if we just start playing habits here, the only adjustment I would say is that instead of our bishop out here, now that I've done this, I probably want to put my bishop there, but everything else would stay the same. D6, castle, bishop out, rooks to the middle, queen up, etc. Everything else remains the same. And probably the last important thing is what happens if the guy is making it painstakingly obvious that all he cares about is this pawn right there. Queen b3. In this moment, the good thing about our position is that it still lines up with habits. We know our bishop wants to go here. So queen e7 ensures that we defend our pawn. Yes, it's getting the queen out a little bit early, but I have no problem with this because that's where our queen wants to go anyway. Castle, pawn up, bishop out, and everything will be like normal because the queen wants to go to this square. So I would say this is probably the way I would handle it in a habits way. Start with the knight. Make sure you never lose that pawn. That's most important. Then make sure if there's two pieces attacking this, g6. If the queen's on f3, you can just go knight f6. Nice and easy. Go back to normal. But knight f6 now. We want to get the bishop here as opposed to the usual bishop there. And if he keeps attacking, I think this one's nice and easy. And we can go there and castle. And then just pawn up, play in the center the way we always do. Whew. Stressful. It took us a while before someone legitimately just back to basics scholars made it us. But now that we know, we can roll the tape back. And when we see it next time, we're going to look like a genius. So obviously the editor's going to help us out there. We're going to look like a genius when we next see Scholar's Mate. So we're at 500. Let's rewind, get this game off the screen, and do it again. All right, we're going to go for another session here. Class is back. We're at 500. People are going to be, hopefully, bringing a different game in the next rating category. Right? 500s now. They mean business. So, let's see if the habits can hold up here. For the first time and for the first game as a 500, let's jump in the 5-minute pool. Okay. E5. Okay, we'll go ahead and defend our pawn here. Okay, I'm going to play g6. This is a pretty obvious move here. Obviously, everyone will know it. All right, g6, knight f6. I mean, very obvious, just following habits here, exactly as we should. We'll go ahead and put the bishop on g7. All right, well, nice and easy first game as a 500 here. Just going to go ahead and get castled as soon as possible, of course. Okay, we'll just continue with that pawn push in the center. Want to make sure we can get this bishop developed, but obviously with the bishop kind of covering that square, I wouldn't say it's the easiest. So let's make sure we help out that piece. All righty. Want to complete that. Okay, now would be a good a time as any to get that habits move h6 in. Let's complete our bishop move. Oh, would you look at this? Bishop e6. Now, I'd really like to fulfill things properly here, but as a 500, I'm starting to get ahead of myself. So, slow down. Here, let's take a... Jesus. Almost lost my mind there. Let's slow down. Oh, okay. I'm going to take that. No need to get ahead of ourselves here. The rook's to the middle. Nice and easy. Nothing to be concerned about here. Let's fire off these RPMs. Here they come. Got to stick to the basics here. Get those trades in. RPMs. We did drop a pawn on h6. Didn't see that. That was the sneaky one by him. Here come the RPMs. They're going straight for you, bud. Okay. More RPMs. I'm not seeing them. I can move this one. That's about it. Knight's in the way. Otherwise, I'd probably keep going for it. Okay. I guess we got to take that one. Oh, Jeez, okay. Yikes, what the heck? Knight there. I guess we're just taking here. I don't know what the lad is doing here. There's no bishop attacking this pawn. Look 3 squares away, don't see anything. All right, let's take that there. Okay. Bishop's attacking this. Yeah, that I can see. Okay. What should we do here? Let's go some more central moves here. Looks pretty nice. Not bad. You know, I'm trying to hold my own here as a... Oh, okay. We're going to be taking that. I'm trying to hold my own here as a 500. Okay. What are we doing? Maybe some pieces into the center. Pawn push. At this point, I don't know. It feels like I've got everything kind of set up for success. So, I mean, I don't know. Call me crazy, but... Can we just make a queen? Can we? I don't know. Can we go all the way? Bishop to c2. Okay. Covering me. I see. Yeah, I'm not able to quite go all the way. So maybe let's get a piece in the middle here. I don't know. Maybe even double the rooks or something. Could be an idea. Okay, he's taking that. We're going to take back here. Hey, free rook. Thanks very much, pal. Thanks very much. We'll see what he wants to do. I mean, he was quick to sack that material there. Wants to take the knight? By all means. All right. What the heck is going on here? The knight goes in. I mean, where are we headed now? We got to move our queen here. Maybe a trade? Hey, I'm always up for a trade, aren't we? I'm born for a trade. Trade every single piece. The easiest way to play chess. Trades. That's certainly working out for us so far. You just got to trust the habits. Right? I could easily have moved my queen all the way over here, but it wouldn't make sense. Our whole game plan is trades. Got to stick with that. All right, there's a knight there that is ripe for the taking. Let's just go ahead and eliminate that. Thanks very much for the free piece. Okay, rook in. I mean, at this point, I don't know. We can just kind of make a couple moves in the center here. I talked about maybe doubling up my rooks. Could double them up this way. Okay, we have a check to the miserable king. Sure, more trades. Really can't shy away from trades here. Okay, we can't really go here anymore because we're gonna lose our knight. So I'm not really sure what to do. I think maybe I'll go here, double them this way. I'm feeling 100% confident. Whoa! Okay, we gotta take this one. Sure. We'll go ahead and take that. Looking pretty nice to start things off. Okay, the queen goes back. Might have to hit our guy here with the RPM special. Okay. The RPM special. All right, what do we got here? Need to trade some pieces somehow. I don't even know how to trade pieces here. We could move our knight maybe, and maybe we could trade some pieces here. Like the rooks, that'd be nice. I'd appreciate that. Whoa. Queen? Okay, well, I'm all about the trades here. Okay, I'm all about the trades. I'm all about that base. Trades, please. Thank you. Thank you. This is what we're here for. More trades. We want to take our opponent's pawns now that we are in an endgame. Basically, try to take every pawn on the board here. And then see if we can promote. But we got to make sure we take all the lad's material here. Here we go. Oh, can't be blundering a piece there. No, not today, not today. Let's take. Not today, pal. You will not be taking my knight. Safety. Okay, let's make sure to take this one here. Okay, and now we need to make a queen. Make sure to eviscerate all our opponent's material. Okay, let's make sure to give some checks here. Hey, we're walking him down. We're walking him down. Check, 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 check. You can't hang. Taken out in Texas. All right. Not bad. And would you look at that? For the first time ever in the 500 category, we are faced with Queen H5. Never seen this before, but luckily we knew exactly how to handle it. G6, Knight F6, Bishop G7, and perfect. What a start. Well, it's a good thing that didn't catch us off guard there, but that's just what the habits is all about. You know, the habits just sets you up for success, sets you up for the future, never leaves you hanging. Beautiful stuff. We're at 508. I feel like a 500 now. An official 500. And it feels good. All right. We're in. We're going to match the pawn in the center. We're going to bring our two knights exactly where they belong. And, of course, all trades. We make all trades. We make all trades. Get our bishop out so that we can move the pawn, so that we can get the other bishop out. That's what matters. Here we go. Queen over here. We got a trade to make. Let's go ahead and make that one. Take that from you, bud. Okay. The queen takes, and we'll just go ahead and... Okay. The gods don't will it. Okay, well, let's try to trade some pieces here. Fine with me. Obviously, I'm not at the level where I can understand those things. Okay, a trade. And we can try again. Okay, it worked this time. It worked this time. Good. That's what. Okay, easy recapture. All right, most important move. The snorkel. Knight on in. Let's bring the rooks into the middle of the board. Okay, I can't quite access the center right here, so instead I'm just going to default to our RPM and move early. Okay, get those random pawn moves in. And we'd love to play this, but we just can't at the moment, so... appreciate that. He knew I was running out of moves there, so let's just go ahead and get that there. We can finish off our RPMs over here. And now that we've got none left, we've just got the pieces here. So probably time to move some pieces into the center of the board. Hey, I like this one because that looks like more trades. And you guys already know, I'll trade anything. Anything and everything. I like the look of that. Okay, knight in here. Let's go ahead and take a free piece. Okay, we'll go ahead and take a free piece. Perfect. 2 free pieces right there. Okay, what are we doing now? We're probably looking to collect some of these pawns here. Just move our rook around. Keep our pieces near the center, you know. Don't want to stray too far. Okay. I'll take this one. Okay, it is, getting to the end game here, so... Feeling like our king needs to make an appearance. Remember, there's no queens on the board. Already getting the end game vibes. So time to head on in. Time to head on in. King's an aggressive piece. When you get to the end game, that's what I recommend. Just send that king in. Get after it. Some nice activity here. Okay, bishop's attacked. I mean, we'd love to move into the center, but we can't, so I'll just take a step back and, at least we're still eyeballing the center, so that helps. I like that all my pieces are kind of contributing here. Yeah, let's just use the king. Remember, when you're in the endgame, I don't have much advice for you. Level 1 habits, use your king as a weapon. Just get the heck up there. Get in there. Look at me go. Mm-hmm. We're going. We're going. Jeez. Okay, well, I'm up there. I don't really know what comes next, but I'm up there. Okay. Yep, here we go. King's in here. Doing what it needs to do. Use the king as an aggressive piece. Go, my king. Look at the difference. That king down there versus up here. I'm causing a ruckus in there. Now, if I'm stuck, so I wish I could keep going forward. What I would do is I would target my opponent's pawns, but that can't really happen here. Bishop's attacked. I've only got one square that looks like safety, so I guess we're going to go here. But the second that I have the ability to keep going up the board or maybe go towards these pawns, I will, but Unfortunately, I don't see a way to get there right now. Okay, he's putting me on the spot here. I can't actually move my king, so what can we do here? Let's move a pawn in the center. Can't be a bad move. Notice how I've had my brain turned off for this endgame? I mean, getting my king up there, that was pretty helpful. Admittedly, we're at a bit of a standstill here. But, you know, I'm just moving pawns. The second I can move my king again, I will. Okay, hey. We're readjusting here. Readjusting. Okay. Okay. You know, we're getting after it. Getting after it. Okay. Knight. Well, the problem is if I move my knight, I'm going to lose my rook here. Okay, well, we're in a tough spot here. Oh, trade definitely gonna go for that. Well, if you're forced to hang something, I'd rather hang 3 than 5, I suppose. Oh, my bishop's doing nothing here. Oy, oy, oy. What happened? Thought we were in control. You can take. I mean, I'm just moving every pawn in sight here, but can't say that I like it. Okay, I got a king in a dream here. A king in a dream. Go king. Okay, we'll take that free piece. Okay, we'll take that free piece as well. Don't want to let him have our bishop. We'll go in the center here. Okay, we'll take the free piece there. Nice, and we do get a win. Just some nice, clean habits right there. Awesome. Habits taking us to the promised land once again. Another easy dub following habits. Absolutely, guys. It's that easy. Just follow those habits. Use that king as a weapon in the endgame. That's all we did there. That's all we did there. You see this guy, he pre-moved. Queen takes. What a sucker. We didn't pre-move. We know better. The habits. No pre-moves. Make sure to follow the habits to a T. You will be rewarded. You will. He also resigned, correct. All our opponent needed to do, despite losing their queen, was bring this king over and take that pawn. It would have been a draw. He had 7 seconds to do that. Very easy. But he resigned. Another terrible habit. So, guys, please, I think this makes it clear. Follow the habits. It's obvious. Never resign. Stick on the ice. And at 516, we move on to the next game. Okay, let's go e4. We'll start with the knight, of course, then the other knight. 2 knights together, then naturally the bishop follows. We need this bishop out so that we can move the pawn, so that we can move the other bishop. That's just it. We castle as soon as possible. Trades, of course, always take priority. Knight's attacked. Where does the knight go? Always think center. We can't use that square. We can use that square. Easy. Take that back. Now we've got our other bishop to consider here. Of course, our next move is probably this. Want to get that other bishop out. Oh, a trade always takes priority. And now let's focus on fixing that bishop if we can. All right, so the bishop can't go here and it can't go here. That's unfortunate. Those are the two moves that we like because they hit the center. But we do need to develop that piece, so I'll just move it here. This is just a case of, look, they're not available. Don't stress about it. Just move the bishop somewhere else. Here we go, bishop d2, nice and simple. And let's make sure to get that beautiful habits move in there. h3, followed by, you knew it, queen to e2. The rooks come in next. Oh, hang on, pause. We have a capture. Resume. Rook to the middle. Other rook to the middle. Now that we've accomplished just about everything, it's time for the random pawn moves. Let's get them going. Keep sending it. Okay. Pawn moves are done. We have no more. We got to think center here. Well, let's get that queen into the middle. In general, to the best of our ability, we're going to try to play around and with moves that are closer to the center. Maybe look for trades. All right, any trades I'd be happy with. Queen, bishop, rook. You name it. You name it. Queen to b3. Yeah, I wish there was a nice way to trade here. I guess we'll just maybe attack the queen. I don't know. I'd really like to trade queens, but that's not so easy to do. Okay, let's maybe get our rook up. Double the rooks in the center. Often when I don't have a clue what to do, that's what I come up with. Double the rooks. They're always stronger like that. Okay. I tell you, this e-pawn, it doesn't stand a chance. We got all the firepower in the world. And yet I still can't take it. Okay, queen to e7. Let's, I don't know, let's keep hitting the center, see what happens. Maybe you can bring the rook up here, something like that. That looks like a pretty good move. Just gonna stay near the center, keep busting out those quick moves if we can. Always looking to trade with my opponent. Can we do it? How about that? I know we're going back here, but hey, how about a trade? Does that interest you? Yes. Makes it easy for me. Take that back. Now we're in the endgame, which means obviously the king is a very important piece. I have to start to think about our king. Okay, pawn up here. Let's get our king involved. Hey, a trade. Perfect. I like this guy. We got a trade, and then all that firepower that I was preparing, finally, we get to take that e-pawn. I told you it wouldn't stand a chance. I told you. b3. Well, I think we stick with our king improvement idea. Perfect. Nice trade right there. Okay. Continue to improve the king. Okay, nice trade. Perfect. Let's improve the king. Let's improve the king. Remember that the habits never fail. They can only be failed. They can only be failed. Okay. Yep. No problems. No problems here. Yep. Nothing to see here. Okay. Yeah. Don't mind me. I'll just you know, I got aspirations here. Okay. Habits can never fail. They can only be failed. The habits can never fail. They can only be failed. The habits can never fail. They can only be failed. Looks like we failed the habits. A pretty impressive checkmate from our opponent. Absolutely. Well done. A little bit unlucky, I want to say. A little bit unlucky. Because, man, did we get got here. I thought I was sneaking on in, going to collect that pawn. Boom. What a move. Traded everything, and we didn't stand a chance after that. And he concluded the game pretty nicely. Not a bad game from our opponent, but hey, if these are the games that I'm getting with habits, sign me up every single time. I'm 400, 500 ELO. And how deep are we in the game? Like 15 moves, solid. Playing an endgame later, trading pieces. I mean, I get got on almost move 30 here, but we played a very long game up till then. I'll take it. I'll take it. GG to Chunky Monkey. And thanks to Base64, 5 subs. And little birdie tells me that these are for the avocado hoodie. So they need to be attributed accordingly. Thank you very much, Base. Appreciate the 5. Let's go. Let's go. A tough loss there, a minor setback, but remember, it doesn't always go up. I'm like you. I'm a 500. Obviously, I'm not winning every single game. That doesn't make sense. It's a very large hoodie, D-File. The avocado hoodie, it's not to be messed with. If you want a sneak peek, you can check out the original Habit series. It is the same one. It is a game-worn avocado hoodie. Hey, we only got a camera on the upper body there, D-File. Anything below that's for you and your imagination, my friend. Most improved wins the hoodie. Jeez, that would be very high value on that hoodie. Most improved habitser. We're gonna have people making alt accounts. Oh yeah, I was unrated, 0 points. I was 0 ELO when we started. Gonna have Salty start farming some new accounts or something. I most certainly did, D-File. Yep. You got that right. Gate-kept that as much as I could. G Madrid base. Making sure the avocado hoodie fund is climbing. Meanwhile, let's jump into the next game. Oh no, let's see if we can handle the voodoo. Well, plain and simple, here comes E4, and what the heck do we have here, folks? The most anti habits that you could find. I guess we're going to take it, right? We're going to take it. And, geez, the rook takes on h3. Now, there's a move and a half here. All right. Let's play in the middle here like that. d3. All right. Let's make sure to get castled. Okay. Time to move the bishop here. Can't go to f4. Yep. I'll just go to e3 here. No problems. Okay. I wish we could play h3, but we cannot. Okay. Let's that rook over there. Let's bring the other rook in. Looking pretty nice so far. Can't complain. Can't complain. Would love to play h3 here, but just can't find a way to do it. That darn rook in the way, so well, time to hit him with a few RPMs and see what happens. Okay. Is this the anti-habits opening? He's found a way to prevent me from playing h3. I feel unaccomplished. I feel insignificant. I can't move it. You know? What am I supposed to do? Don't want to ruin our pawns there, obviously. Okay, let's I move the king out of the way. Hey, it's a check. Unpleasant one at that. Okay, knight there. Well, now my knight is hanging. Now, so, gonna need to defend this knight. How can we defend this knight? Quite a difficult one. Well, it looks like we're going to need to use the king as a defensive piece here. That's all I could think of. And the rook is so darn annoying. Okay, our queen is being attacked here. Holy smokes. All right, what are we going to do about this now? Got to move our queen here. Well, let's keep it, relatively in the center here. Jeez Louise, what? Okay, the king's only got one square, so I guess that's an easy one. I don't know. King f1, sure. Okay, I don't know what that move is, but our opponent has obviously blundered big time by allowing us to take a free knight. So, yep, no problem. Let's finish up our RPMs over here. And nice. Perfect. We really got taken out back to the shed, didn't we? Absolutely annihilated. Okay, 21 moves. Jeez, it felt like less. H5. And h3. You know what? From seeing this happen to me, what was the most frustrating thing is that from this moment on, I could never play h3. And you know what? I couldn't get into it. I felt like I wasn't even playing habits at that point. So from now on, if I see nonsense like this, I got to claim h3 before my opponent does, and I never get to play it again. We have to. We are nothing without h3. We need to claim it for ourselves. If we don't play h3, then in fact, the only person in this game who played h3 was black. And who won the game? Black won the game. As habits bras, are we surprised? Our opponent played h3 and we did not. No wonder it didn't work out. From now on, h3. We have to claim it first. There's no way that our opponent plays h3 before us. Or my name isn't Captain Jack Sparrow. All right, we're armed to the teeth now. Next game. We'll meet in the middle here. We'll use this knight instead of that one, just because we want to support the pawn in the center. Trades, boom. Done. Trades, easy. No problem. Bring our other knight out. Absolutely. Perfect. Jump into the center here. Okay, that's fine. We'll just retreat into the center. Okay, well, we'll just go to the side here. Okay. Well, guess we'll just fuck right off, won't we? All right, let's try to regroup here. D6. Oh, perfect. Just gonna open some light. Trying to reclaim some territory here. That f6 square, thought it was mine till recently. Okay, got to go for a capture there. Oh, this one's going to be forced here. B5. Let's finally get back on track here with our knight. I mean, geez, this is going to take a while. He castled. What do we do? Just get our bishop out, I guess. Okay, he managed to castle and just check me, apparently. This is an interesting move, fascinating. Knight f6. How do we even continue here? I mean, I guess we'll try to get some pieces developed. We got to get this one out next. Okay. We'll attack the center here. Finally getting developed. I mean, okay. Rook into the middle. Finally. Jeez. It's about time. My first move I'm proud of over here. Rook into the middle. Hooray. Okay. Okay, let's need to move this rook here. All right. Go like that. And what's next? How do I get this rook into the middle? Okay, well, that's easy. We can just castle here. Okay. Okay, well, it says the king can only move here, so maybe this is castling. Must be delayed. I think I got a lag spike there. Okay, well, the rook is on d8 here. Just a little laggy getting there, so okay. Well, obviously, we know the rook's on d8, so we'll just, play with that in mind, of course. Move this rook maybe into the center here. So just keep in mind, our rook's on d8 here. Okay. Bishop's on d7. We can move into the center here. Kind of go to that square that we actually want to be on. Almost time for our RPMs here. Our rook is already in the center here. We can try to capture on d2. I do want to capture, but it's not really working. So I guess we'll just go for our RPMs here. Standard fare. Okay. Just move the king up here. Bishop f3. Bishop f3. Well, I see the yeah, I see the problem here. We're in check, huh? We're in check. We can't hang rook for free there, so I think we've got to go for this one here. Okay. Okay. Knight to e8. Fascinating move there. Now, yes, we have to trade pieces. Just had to think about that one. Okay. Oh, well, let's get back to the RPMs here. Well, that's a piece trade. Don't mind if I do. We'll keep hitting him and quitting him with the RPMs. Okay, king needs to move here. Still got some RPMs to throw out there. Rook d5. Okay, perfect. Just take that free piece. What? Hang on a sec. We took a free piece. What the hell is this? It's not fair. I took a free piece and I'm losing. Can I get an instant replay on that one? It's, okay, I mean, I guess we'll conclude with some RPMs, some classics here. Got to use the king. I guess we're in the endgame here. Vámonos. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Jeez, I'm a zoo animal here. I'm just back and forth. The bishop in the center? I mean, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? What the heck? I got nothing here. Okay, I'll take that. Woo. All right, we'll stay in the center here. Stay in the center. Hey, where you going, pal? Staying in the center. I'm pushing. I'm pushing. Staying in the center. Shuffling my king. I would be going up the board and trying to take all these pawns, but the rook is stopping me. As soon as I'm allowed to get up the board, I mean, I'm doing it. A queen. This guy blundered his queen. What an idiot. Get up here. Here we go. Okay. Take that one. Take all the stuff. Yep. Okay. Stick on the ice here. Stick on the ice. We're going to stay in the center. Stick on the ice. Stay in the center. Keep the stick on the ice here. The center is my friend. Okay, we have to abandon the center. But I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Let me back. Let's go. Keep your stick on the ice. Don't give up. That could be you. Be honest. Who lost hope? Who lost hope? Our opponent had 2 minutes in this position. 2 minutes. 6 pawns and a rook. Trust the habits. They will get you where you want to be. You just had to have a little faith. 2 minutes. And everything in front of him. But bishop into the center. Move the king, move the pawn. Do your best. Stick on the ice, take everything you can. We tried. We did our best, and our best was good enough this time. There we go. The habits never fail. They can only be failed. This is a great example here. You can take those. On to the next. All right, time to go for e4. I'm going to follow up with this knight f3. Of course, both knights out. Then the bishop. Okay, we want this, but of course, castling. So important. So important. Queen there. All right, let's a pawn up. And obviously, h3, some nice habits there. Bishop out. We want the rooks in the middle, which means we need to move that queen. And you already know how it's going to go. Knight d4, a capture, always. The knight goes into the middle as a response. We've done this so many times. I'm ready for it at this point. Like, I already know. I already know how it goes. Queen here. Okay. Well, let's get our habits move in. h3. God, love that move. Controlling the center. Let's get our bishop out. Okay, we got our rook. Need our queen up, and of course the other rook to follow. Okay, time to move this bishop back. There we go. You get attacked there, you know, step all the way back. Nice and safe. Next move, rook over. And then it's time for some RPMs. There we go. It's RPM time. Oh, we have a pawn we can capture pretty comfortably in the center here. Okay, time for more RPMs here. And the rook's in the middle, got our h3. Bishops both handling the center. RPMs, RPMs. Perfect. Let's take that. I'm taking everything in sight. Not concerned. Jeez, I'd like to play this move, but we're going to hang our bishop there. Can't quite do that. So maybe we can move this pawn. I mean, Moving pawns in the center feels pretty good in general. Well, I don't really know what to do, so we're going to default to something we've done in the past. Double the rooks. Why not? I mean, looks all right to me. A trade. Don't mind if I do. We got the rooks doubled. Going to be more RPMs next. You already know. RPMs. More random pawn moves. Get them all out so that there's no more to make. As soon as there's no more, we can focus on other things. All right, I'm just, let's see what's ahead of me here. We're just push. Okay, take. Obviously, we got to take that one there. Nice and easy. Okay, obviously we got to trade here. Okay, looks like a free rook. We'll go ahead and take that. And wow, not that difficult. All right, let's bring the rook back to safety here. Okay, he goes here. I don't really see. I mean, if you got a pawn, just push it. Nice. Got an extra queen. Oh my goodness, dude! I didn't see this. Just blundered my queen. Fuck's sake. Well, at least we get a free bishop out of it. Okay, we've got to start collecting things from our opponent here, but most importantly, we want to trade this queen somehow. Can we make that happen? Maybe a queen trade. That should make things a little bit easier for us. We want that queen trade badly. Go into the center here. Okay, hey, that's what I like. I blundered a queen. He blunders a queen back. That's good. And we get the resignation. Let's go. That's what we need. That's what we need. One game at a time. Just got to put together a streak here. We just went to the middle, follow the habits, all about the center. ABD knows it's as easy as it looks. Go Airbus driver. And welcome to class. ABD is one of those jocks from class that, he missed class earlier, but obviously he's got a pass because he's on the lacrosse team. So unfortunately, there was lacrosse practice earlier, but nice of him to join us. We're at 5:08. Let's continue. Let's continue. All right, we're against Big Ben. Match in the center. Always take. Take, of course. Going to start with the knight that attacks the queen, may as well, but not really any big difference because we want those two knights out anyway. Okay, and now in a bit of a conundrum because we don't ever want to move the bishop in front of the pawn, and we can't move the bishop here. And those are the two squares I want. So I think we're forced to go only here, which kind of sucks. But that's the nature of the position. These ones are just not available. This one you should never do, no matter what. Even this would be better than that. And I guess we'll just go here and get castled. I mean, it's not the great bishop move we're used to playing, but we can make it work. Okay, we'll go ahead and take that one back. Sure. Appreciate that. Let's make sure to get our habits in there. H6. Okay, let's get the bishop out, of course. Now both bishops are covering the center. Got our rook. Gonna bring our queen up. Our rook over. Looking great. Okay, capture. That's immediate and automatic. Okay, queen over there. I mean, I guess we're just going to go for yet another trade. Okay, and we've got everybody developed here, which means it's time for some RPMs. Let's get them going. Okay, we're out of RPMs here. Okay, what do we need? We got some center squares that I'd love to occupy with some of my pieces. Let's pop the knight into the middle. Let's go. Hey, love to see that one. Boom. A free piece for us. Love to see it. Okay, takes. Let's take it back. Keep our rook in the center here. G5. Okay. What's this fool up to? Let's go ahead and take that. What the? Jesus. Well, if we take with this, we're going to hang this for free, so I guess that's forced. Oh, we can't take that. We're going to lose a queen for a rook, so we got to move the queen. But we also have to keep watch of this. I guess we're going here. I mean, some of these moves are just I'm doing them because I have to. Take that back. Guarding this with my life here. Okay. Let's bring this bishop back to some form of civilization, hitting the center here. Okay, hitting our knight. How about we venture into the center? Looks like a fine move there. Ooh, queen back. All right, he's not interested in going toe-to-toe with us. Let's just put our queen in the center. I'm all about the center here, so I'm just trying not to make moves that are, too far on the outside of things. Just keeping it very central here. We got some more RPMs to throw out. Rest of our pawn moves. And the queens are still on the board here, guys, so do not think that we are in an endgame where you can run your king around just yet, because the presence of those queens is going to make it pretty brutal. All right, he's hitting our queen here. Let's stay somewhat near the center here. Okay, queen's still on the board. Got to be a little careful here. We'll pick up this pawn, sure. Just staying near the center. I'm trying to go too far away. Oh, it's looking tempting. Let's hit him with the RPM first. Make sure we move those pawns up. Don't really like the idea of straying too far from the center, but you know what? We're in the end game. Might be time to start collecting pawns. I'm not against it. I'm not above it. Hey. I'll do it. A pawn is a pawn, and especially when you're getting into the end game, pawn almost feels like even more than that. Okay, what are you doing there, pal? He's getting a little frisky here, which means I'm kind of thinking about trading queens, but for now, I guess I'll just keep taking the pawns. I don't know. Just going to keep taking the pawns. Okay. What can we do here? Queen A3. I'm just trying to... I mean, we could keep checking, but I feel like the RPMs are back and available. Okay. Snorkel. Man, just getting to utilize that feels good. Okay. Go ahead and take that. All right. We are in the endgame here. Okay, he's taking our pawn there. Definitely yeah, big decision from him. Okay. Let's give a check here. A check once more. I'd really like to trade queens with him, but I don't really know how to do it. So I guess we start sending some pawns here. Okay, we'll try to get to some relative form of safety here. I'd like to move the pawns, but at the moment, not that easy to do. Jeez, I can't move either one of these pawns here. How do I trade the queens? Okay, well, let's go in the center, first of all. How do I trade these queens? Okay, well, now I can push the pawn. Let's do that. We're going all the way here. Check, okay, let's... Ooh, okay, we can't move the king. Okay, here we go. Let's try this one. Need a trade. Okay, let's keep pushing here. I mean, I guess I'm going for broke. Check. Oh, only one move, nice and easy. Only one move, nice and easy. Jeez, he's really giving me some cakewalk moves here. Thanks a lot, pal. Oh boy, appreciate that. Don't even need to use a brain cell here. Okay. Hey, that's why it helps to have the show legal moves on, right? I click the king, and it shows me exactly where. Oh, okay, we're taking that for sure. Let's get the queen here. Okay, let's grab another one, and then I want to make sure we give some checks to our opponent. Okay, just check. Just check. Right? As long as we check, we have to be giving mate. As long as we check. As long as we give check, it should be mate. We'll take it. Check, 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 and mate. You will not catch me stalemating. Could never be me. You'll never see it. Doesn't exist. We'll take a big 0.3 win by checking only. It's guaranteed. $16 misses. What can I say? What can I say? I'm a busy guy. I'm a busy guy. Never be concerned about how many misses you have. Just want to keep the mistakes and blunders to a minimum. Okay, it's important. Those are the ones that matter. The misses, it's okay. The misses will come and go. Sometimes you got a lot of them. Sometimes you don't have any. Exactly, R. Hudson. Indicative of good habits, I would say. Exclamation mark habits should lead you there. Green, Goon 99. We're at 516. Let's keep it rolling. E4. Knight F3. Oh, okay. Always going to be going for that trade here. And we'll get our knight out, of course. We got the two knights. We can't bring the knight straight on into the center, so got to be here. Knight into E4. And we want to play bishop here. Castle, of course. D3, H3. Right now, I already have an idea of the kind of moves that I want to play. So, okay, definitely take. You guys know we take every single even exchange that we can. Get our bishop out, because remember, we need to play this move so our other bishop can develop. We want to castle ASAP. H3, pure habits move. Oh, respect. Respect. Look at that. Here it is. Wow, in all its glory. H3, ladies and gentlemen. D3 coming next. Okay, let's go D3. Get that bishop out. Things are looking great. What the... You'd think we'd learn. You'd think. All right, Jesus Christ, man. So I can't take it. I have no idea why. Danny won't respond to my emails. What can we do if we can't take it to defend this? This move loses some material. That does not feel good. This move, I mean, it's on the side of the board. I guess it does take care of it, but that's not good habits. I think we're gonna have to move our knight at least in the center here. It's probably the worst move I've ever played, but at least it's in the center. I feel better about that than that. And I feel better about this than just losing material. So, I don't know. I'm going in circles here. Bishop back. Well, okay, if he's going back, let's put our knight back. I don't mind this. Okay. Perfect. Oh, okay. We'll just get the handshakes out. All right, awesome. Just pack things up there, shall we? Draw. Just go ahead and offer him a draw. No draw? Really? Really? Pal, what's going on here? You gonna be a hero or something? All right, 95. Well, where am I? I can hardly remember. I've done this. I need to develop this piece. Bishop f4, right? I mean, this is defended, so I'm not too concerned about that. Bishop here. This guy thinks I'm stupid. He thinks I'm going to go here because that's what I did last time. But the only reason I did it last time is because it was not my turn to move the queen. But after developing my bishop and playing h3, queen d2 and bringing the rooks to the center is the next step in habits. So surely it's queen d2. And don't try to get me with that free piece stuff, red pandas. Hey, we had a game earlier. I took the free piece and I was ridiculed. I'm not falling for that again. Nice try, though. No, we fell for that before. Bishop back to h3. I'm playing a bot. I think I'm playing a bot. All he does is move his bishop here and then move his bishop back here. Free piece. I'm expecting bishop here at this point. Okay. He castles. Well, let's continue to the best of our ability here and bring the rook into the middle. Our bishop's attacked. Let's just go ahead and drop that bishop back. Looking pretty nice here, guys. Okay, b6. Well, here's an issue. I can't move my rook here because of the knight. I can't move my knight to let my rook move here because of the pawn. I can't move the pawn because of the bishop. So as soon as I can move my pawn, I can move my knight, I can move my rook. Random pawn move. Let's go. Let's go. These pawn moves are way easier to calculate. I don't know what we... Yeah, Jesus. Oh, hey, free piece for me. Thank you. We just had to wait it out. Let's go. We just had to wait. Keep those pawn moves coming. RPMs. We can finally complete habits. Amazing. Okay, well let's complete it. But we got another RPM, and then we finally made it. Jeez, it's move 25, and we're just completing habits now. We got the rooks to the middle. Do you hear that? The sound of a fiddle being played beautifully. Okay, definitely going to be taking that. Absolutely. Hey, come back here, pal. Come back here. Okay, well, let's just continue with the RPMs. Maybe try to trade the queens here. Certainly looks like could be a good move here. I mean, I'm a simple guy. I'm always looking to trade. Really nothing more to it. Trade. Okay. Let's trade. Please. I beg you. Do the opponents have to stick to habits? Yes. When you match up against me, oh, that's a freebie. You have to stick to habits. Yeah. Otherwise, obviously, you just get executed. Okay. Let's try to. Try to trade here. Okay. Let's bring that guy down here. That's what we like to see. All right, we traded every piece. All right, we flagged while trading every piece. Great, awesome, love it. Well, at least we can say that the habits were executed to perfection. It's about the execution here. Don't worry too much about this point here, that point there, your ELO now, your ELO tomorrow. As long as you're building habits, you're making a difference. Don't forget. Easy opening. What the hell keeps happening to us? Dude, I don't know what this is, but for some reason it's illegal to take, and it's happening very often. I don't know what. Like, I'm at the point where anytime I see something lined up with my king, like, I'm moving my king at this point. What's happening? This is lethal. You know, it was a tough game because we had more mistakes than we did misses. We had 16 misses last game. Now I've only got 2. Like I said, the misses come and go. I turned into old news real quick. Needs more investigation. Needs more investigation. I'm starting to get to the point where if I see something here, like I might be just jumping to the side. It feels like if, speaking of reloaded, Truffle, if someone is aiming at you, right? You don't know their intention. You don't know if they have backup, but as soon as you feel that red dot on you, you'd probably be wise to duck for cover. That's the feeling I'm getting. No need to sit there with the red dot on you for too long. All right, let's be real. So if I see that again, you know, if I feel that red dot on the chest, heart starts pumping, I think we may need to do something about it. It just doesn't feel good to stay in the line of fire. Let's jump on in. Okay, E4. Let's lock in here. The habits isn't letting us down. We're letting the habits down. Let's not do that. Okay, got the 2 knights out. Now the bishop. Now castling. We got H3 in our sights. Beautiful habits. We got D3 making way for this bishop. Okay. Keeping that defended. No problem. Okay. We can move the queen, but usually we go kind of with the rook and then get our bishop here. I want to play bishop here, but I don't really want to take with the pawn. So if I can use my piece to help me out, that feels pretty good. H3 feels great. Got our snorkel out. Let's. We can't go here to attack the center, so obviously this one makes sense, and that's a trade we can make. Okay. We know we need to get our queen up, bring the other rook to the middle. Standard habits. And here we go. Now that we've got all the habits in, it's time for the... Oh, hang on a sec. I was going to say it's time for the RPMs, but hold on. We have news. We gotta do some capturing here. Take. Always take. Yep. Always take. Okay. Well, our rook's being hit. Obviously, we want to move into the center here, so I guess this kind of looks like the safest move. Grab the center pawn. I mean, that rook's supported by the knight and the queen, looking very, very safe. Okay, queen here. Well, we'll definitely have to examine our opponent's back rank. And what I may have to do is put my snorkel on as I'm heading in. So we're going to dive in. And the problem is, I'm going to take my opponent with me. I'm going to take my opponent with me here. Buddy, this is what happens when you go deep sea diving without a snorkel. That's why Habits is so good. Guys, a simple snorkel would have saved him. H6, that's all he needed. A simple move, you know? It didn't have to be like this, but could never be us. H3, beautiful. Beautiful. We got our snorkel, and absolutely in deep waters, our opponent could not keep up. And a nice little win there. All right, always matching in the middle. Knight c6 to defend. Knight f6, the two knights out. Then the bishop. Then the castling. Then the h6 habits. Boom. Everything looking tip-top shape here. Love what we're seeing. Probably need the rook here to help out our habits. Bishop to e6. Want to trade, but I don't want to ruin my pawns. Excuse me, sir. Knight takes on g5. But luckily, we have been to math class. Who remembers the lecture? 3 plus 3 equals 5 plus 1. Check your notes. Check your notes. I think we wrote that down at some point. 3 plus 3 equals 5 plus 1. I think we wrote that down somewhere. Did anyone have that note from a previous class? I just want to verify. 3 plus 3 equals 5 plus 1. I think that was it. You have that one, Luther? Yes. Okay, 3, 3, 1, 5. Got it. 3, 3, 1, 5. All right. Okay. Well, got to take that, as you know. Bishop takes. All right, what's next? We got to develop this bishop. I mean, at this point, it feels like this is almost the only option. Like, where the hell else can we put it? I don't really like to double the pawns, but not the end of the world, right? Surely? I don't know if this is even any good. Bishop d7, though, can be played, so I don't really mind this one. One looks solid enough. Okay. 3, 3, 9, 1, 5. Nine? Only got one move there, so not too bad. Appears we have been cornered. Does this feel like it deserves to happen? Kind of feels like the old saying, good things happening to bad people. How can this... So, hang on. Here, it was... We were all buddy-buddy, bishop h4. And then all of a sudden, a couple moves later, we're not. Bishop goes back. I mean, what is this? And then we did our math here. We traded. I mean, we don't want to ruin the pawns here. And then that was it. We kept up with the math. Feels like we showed our work. And yet nothing. No reward. What did we do wrong? I feel like my math is good there. Like I still trust it. I still stand by it. I was even ready if the laser was pointed at me, I was going to take a sidestep, but not even. We had the snorkel out and everything. I don't even know what we're missing there. A mystery, a complete mystery. Because we've clearly failed habits, yet I can't even identify why. Well, like any good 500, I have no idea why I lost that game, and I'm not going to make any effort to find out why. All right, here we go. Into the middle, e5. Bishop out first. Tricky. Well, let's stick with our knights here. Nice and simple. Bring that bishop out, castle. Okay, nice and easy. Little habits here. Okay, d6. Okay, take that. All right, let's bring this here. Feels very similar to the game we just played. Want to trade for this, of course. Okay, we definitely want to take that one, right? Definitely want to take that. Let's go ahead and continue our habits here. Bring our rook in, capture. We definitely want to take this. And next move, bring the rook in. Okay. Okay. Three attackers, one defender, and we can only add one defender with one more move. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. What do we got here? I don't know. I got nothing. We failed the habits again. We keep getting got. We're doing nothing wrong. I mean, at this point, it's impossible for me to move the knight because I'm going to lose my queen. So I have to lose a knight. I have to. There's nothing I can do. I gotta lose that knight. I'll stay in the center here, I guess. Okay, slide on over. Last couple games have felt very similar here. I'm not going to lie. What's occurring? Because some of them have felt like, okay, hey, the sniper's aimed at us. Great, well, take care of that. But what's happening here? The guy's developing. We're getting our habits in. He's playing g5. We're even trading pieces. And all of a sudden we're lost. Not even 15 moves into the game. Our snorkel is no more. I mean, it's still there, but it's not really there. Feels like there's some water in our snorkel. Kind of choking on it there. I don't know what to do about this. I've lost multiple times in a row in a very similar way. I think we're actually going to have to jump back into the pool straight away with absolutely no fix for the glaring problem here. All right. We'll go right back in here. Take the pawn in the center. Okay, Jesus, this guy's playing some very quick moves here. I still can't bring that bishop there. It's so annoying. We're going to have to do what we did last time, which was only put it here. But that's not really what we want. Okay. Okay, trade in the center. We'll definitely take that. Get some habits in. There we go. This bishop needs to develop. But okay, hang on a sec. Hold the phone. We got to trade. We got to trade. Bishop needs to develop, but it can't really go here or here. So where can we put this thing? Huh? Oh my goodness. Don't tell me it's happening again. What am I missing? What am I missing? Okay, when the red dot is there, to the side. To the side. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, somehow we need to get our queen up here. But we got the bishop in the way. Okay. We need to get our queen up, then get our rooks over. The best we can do here. Okay. Get our queen up, at least. Bring the rooks into the middle. And try. Okay. Just going to ignore that. Bring the rook into the center here. This is what we're looking for. Okay, our queen is under attack. Let's kind of stay near the center here. Go here. You know, eyeballing some central squares. We want to complete things with rook to e8. And then it's time for some RPMs. Keep your stick on the ice. No stress, no stress. Okay, rook d5. Dang, he's all over me. Where can this queen go here? Running out of squares. Can't go anywhere here. Where can we put this thing? Okay, let's hit the bishop here. We'll try that. At least we got a piece we can take next turn. Finally. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Made my first threat all game. Yep, it's move 19. Just wanted to... Thank you very much. Yeah. First threat all game. What? Okay, well, take this. What the heck? How did I end up losing a piece out of that? Jeez, I mean, I guess we could just gotta go back to the middle. I still haven't established the rooks in the middle. It's getting frustrating. Rook back to them. I mean, I'd like some trades here. That would be perfect for me. Yes, please to trades. Okay. I actually like this one. I like this one. Queen h3. Red dot. Red dot. Time to move. Doesn't feel good. Gotta be careful there. Okay. This is a fascinating move there. We are going to be forced to take it. Shocking. Okay. Okay, we need to trade. Is he gonna trade with us? Yes, he is. Just had to ask twice. Okay. Let's take some pawns if we can. Got to use our queen, take everything in sight here. Okay, we're hunting. And we get the dub. Oh my goodness, I was almost losing faith there. Thank goodness. Holy. We're maintaining. Guy's name is Come At Me, bro. I feel the energy. I feel the energy. That was the first time, Sigma. First time. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, let's keep the good fight on. We go again. E4. Okay, this one we know we take. Come out with the knight to hit that. I don't like that queen trade too early, so we're going to go with the bishop. With the knight. And obviously, we got a castle. That's a habit. Knight b4. I don't know what's going on here. Hang on a sec. Red dot. Red dot. Red dot. Red dot. Not again. I'm traumatized. I don't care what's going on. It's not happening again. No. It's not happening again. I refuse. Our rook is being hit. Very easy for me to see that this is protected from a long distance with my hawk-like vision. Okay. Well, let's try to revisit some habits here for once. Okay, let's take the center. Crying out loud. Well, let's do that. Jesus, give me a second here, bud. All right. Leave me alone. We got some habits. Jesus Christ. All right. Fine. Just chill. Okay. Jesus. Well, I'd like to play queen here, but, I need to get my bishop out, so I guess I'm playing queen here. Leave me alone. Take that. Finally, it's my turn. He's attacking my rook as well. Jesus Christ. Can I move? Fuck's sakes. Thank you. H3. About time. Bishop f4. I'm going to control the center here. Don't need to overreact. Nothing crazy. Let's bring the rook to the middle. Bring the rook to the middle. Trade. Oh my goodness. Trade. Thank the Lord. Bring the rook to the middle. I'm starting to come alive again. The queen, the rook. We're out of the red dot as well. I'm starting to feel revitalized here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right when we needed it most, ladies and gentlemen. The undisputed trading champion of the world. Hang on, red dot. I don't like this. We got to rectify that immediately. Rook's in the middle. I can hear the sweet sound of that fiddle from a distance. We got h3 in here. Oh, we can breathe again. We can breathe again. Look at us. Finally, time for some RPM. Let's go. Let's go. All right, the knight's being attacked. We want to move in the center. Not available. Next square, knight e2. Let's do it. Don't need to spend a lot of time on these knight moves because, hey, if you got to move that knight, you know exactly where to look first. Center squares. If not, next best. If not, next best. You can just go down the list. Makes it nice and easy. All right. Let's go. Let's go. RPM. RPM. We are in the endgame here. Okay, those random pawn moves up there. Want to maybe double these rooks. We know how powerful they are like that. And obviously our king wants to join the action. And here we go. Hopefully we can get some trades in and get our king very active. That's pretty much all I got for an endgame. Take this. Obviously, we can take right back. Trades are super helpful. Okay, he's hitting the rook, so I guess we'll move. It's time for the king. I feel like the king is being left behind here. It's the end game. Can't forget about it. Very important to use this king. Like, I see pawns over here. I'm immediately sending it up the board. Okay. Moving the king is a habit. Okay, take that. Knight's got to move into the center. That one wasn't available, but we usually look for the more aggressive squares first. Knight into the center. Using my king. I mean, these moves should be moves you make instantly, like capturing. Always take. Trade for free, you name it. Grab it. Rook here. Time to use our king. Nope. Okay. We're going back to the king here. Okay. It's kind of keeping his pawn here. Okay, well, take this one here. He's hanging on to his pawn. I see him. I see him. Okay, we'll take that one. Okay, use our king here. All right, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, that's a free piece for us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Take that free piece and get the quick resign. Boom. The resign is huge. We love a resigner. We can tell he hasn't watched Habits. If he had, it would have been a much tougher conclusion to that game. Five, 1, 5. Let's go again. Ooh, okay. 5, 1, 5 against 5, 0, 5. Let's see if this 10 points makes a difference in understanding here. Okay, we got the knights. Next comes the bishop. That very much looks like a free capture. I mean, it's in the center. Look, we get attacked. Safest square, always right back where you came from. Don't mess around. Okay. A little H3 in there. And capture back. Nice recapture. We got our habits in there. We're getting castled. Love it. Towards the center. Like this. And we still need to develop this piece, so we're going to need to move that. Of course, get the bishop out. Like this. And then the rooks to the middle. Then the RPM. Okay, bishop's got to move. We're going to go here. Okay, time to develop this. Yeah, bishop E3 looks good. Oh, didn't take this into account. Okay, bishop has to go here. Isn't it nice when your move is decided for you? What a great feeling. Oh, yeah, you gotta move this again. Okay, we're back to some semblance of safety. Bishop to G4, I don't even feel good about this. Okay, going back to the habits here. Rook's coming to the middle. Queen A3, don't know what the lad's up to there, but not going to stop me from executing these habits. All right, queen takes. I mean, RPM at this point. RPM. Random pawn move. Random pawn move. Get all these pawn moves out, ready to go. Random pawn move. Okay. Take it back. We got another pawn move coming right for you. I just think moving pawns in the center is like, you can kind of close your eyes and do it. For the most part, it'll be fine. Okay, let's take that back there. Okay, knight to G6. What can we do here? We are getting towards an endgame. It's almost time for the king, I would say. It feels like with this much material, we're kind of teetering on maybe it's not the right moment, but I still think bring the king in is smart. So I will do that if I get the chance. Okay, let's go ahead and start that process. The king comes in, and probably need to stay in front of that pawn there. Bishop's being hit. We'll stay somewhere central, feels good. And the pawn is pushing. Jeez, what the heck do we do about that? I don't really know, but what I do know is I don't mind a trade. I do not mind a trade. Hey, over here, pal. Over here. Okay, well, he's stopping the trade, but we can continue with our king, I suppose. King, valuable piece. It feels like I'm up a piece, honestly. This is why I recommend using the king, because, I don't know, the king started here, and certainly feels like we're one step ahead now. Let's take that. Okay, our opponent is blundering a rook here. We'll take that one. And I guess we'll take this one here and take it back. Looks pretty nice. And hey, we even get the resignation. Let's go. The resigns are huge. It's been so rare that we've actually had to like complete a game at the end. Like people resign or they flag. It's so much more helpful. At this rating, probably half the points that get left on the table are in an endgame or like trying to do a checkmate pattern and failing either on time or stalemate. Never resign. I mean, you're just throwing away points. Never resign. All right, let's go for one more. And it's going to be the last one of the session. Regardless. A true final send. And I mean it. I'm not pulling the one more card. No. True last one of the session. And it's against Chris. E4, knight F3. Hopefully this is second nature to everyone watching. Start with the center pawn, bring the knights. Hey, Chris is doing the same thing. We go with the bishop next. Want to get castled immediately. Of course, we got that habits H3 in mind. Very important to do. There it is. Okay, not sure what that move is all about, but you know, we're basically playing this move anyway. Defends our bishop, and we want to get this bishop out. In this case, it gains the tempo on the queen, so I'm feeling pretty happy about that. But nothing out of the ordinary so far. Rook over, queen up, rook over. That's what we want to do. Stick to those habits. Okay. Bring that rook in. And it's looking pretty good. Time for some RPMs over here. Let's do it. Okay. Take that back. Got more RPMs on the way. Random pawn move. We need the snorkel over here. Playing the fiddle in the middle with the rooks. The random pawn moves on the other side of the board. That's the life. That is the life. Whoa. What the heck is happening here? D5. I can't even keep track of this. D5. Well, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my thing. I see a piece and a pawn I can take. I'm taking the piece. Takes. Okay, we'll take it back. Nice, easy take. I still got some more RPMs for you. Yep, there we go. Okay. Keep hitting them here. C5. More RPMs. Get those moves out of the way. Okay, he's hitting my rook. I think we probably want to stay fairly central here. Not going to do too much. Let's continue to make all of our pawn moves. Here we go. Feeling pretty good about this. We got our snorkel over here. Now that we're, definitely in an endgame, we moved all of our pawns that we can over there. We got to start looking for maybe pawns to hunt and then start to think about getting our king involved. So let's try to target some pawns here. We got a few candidate moves coming up. Okay, he's attacking the rook, but that's why I put the rook there. So let's go ahead and take. Yep. Getting some back here. We got rid of all our pawn moves. Now it's time to make something happen. Endgame. So king's coming out soon. But usually in the endgame, I feel like just taking pawns and bringing the king to the middle is a nice way to do things. That pawn is directly in the center of the board, and we're on move 26. A lot of time has passed. I moved all my pawns over there. It's time to do some taking. Yes, sir. All right. Well, we have a pawn move to make, so let's go ahead and do it. Nice and easy. Not going to overthink that one. If you got pawns to push, just push them. Just push them. Don't overthink it. Rook's attacking the knight. I mean, hey, what did I say? Safest place, if you're already in the center, is usually right back where you came from. So let's go with that. Bishop here. Yeah, I feel like it's time to get that king involved. We are in the end game. Queens are off the board. Same thing as a couple games ago. You got to get that king in. That's a difference maker. You want to be first. Your opponent can bring it as well, but it's going to feel like we have some extra pieces. And hey, look at this guy. He's stopping me. He knows how strong it is. He knows how strong it is. So we got to remove this knight. Get out of the way and let me bring my king in, man. Respect to him, though, for clearly understanding just how strong it is to bring the king in. All right, I'm not stopping, dude. I'm not stopping. Here we go. King in. This lad's on my side of the board here. What's going on? What's he doing? He's getting cozy over here. What the hell is this knight doing? We won't let it discourage us. Hey. Stick into our habits. I want to bring the king in so bad. Rook d8. Okay, hang on a sec. He's actually just giving me this knight for free, from what I can see. Take free pieces. I can do that. It's my favorite rule to follow. Take free pieces. Bishop to d3, and I suppose we can continue our bring the king in plan. Go king. Okay. Let's get on into the middle there. We're trying. Okay, Chris. Okay, Chris. What can we do? I really can't move the king. It's kind of frustrating. Can definitely take some pawns, though. I'll go ahead and do that. That looks pretty fair. Can maybe keep doing that. Well, this is quite the move here. We have some options, but I will definitely be taking that. Only question is with what, but I think this is more than okay. Oof, it's been a rough go. But we're at 531 here. Moving the yardsticks bit by bit. Yeah, definitely some time pressure got to Chris there at the end. Put a little bit of mileage on our car here. Wouldn't say we're racing up the ranks, but we're up the ranks a little bit. The habits. It has been fairly successful today, but definitely with some pitfalls. You know, we are falling victim to pieces lined up against our king, attacks against our king that are just very, very successful is a problem. Those have been a real issue. Dave's looking to copy someone's notes. Missed some of the afternoon. And it's important, Dave, to get the notes. Because remember, the VODs are not going to be available. Not until there's a YouTube video out. Got to be present in class. Got to copy some notes. We got to wait for the YT. So we're at 5:31. That's where we're going to leave it for today. That wraps up our class.